Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the C.R. Lawrence number GE90S0RB. This is a wall mount bracket. It's a wall mount bracket. It is an L-shaped bracket. Weighs about 1.3 pounds, so it's an incredibly heavy piece of solid brass. The screws aren't brass, I'm sure. Well, they might be. Hey, they're not magnetic at all. I'm going to go with this being thoroughly brass. And this isn't an oil-rubbed bronze finish. Oil-rubbed bronze is a living finish that is inherently, by definition, a finish that is not only uniform from manufacturer to manufacturer, nor is it uniform lot to lot from a single manufacturer, nor is it a stable finish. It is one that will evolve with time. This is a bit darker, but it sure is still going to qualify as oil-rubbed bronze. This will likely lighten up with time. It would lighten up with contact. So this is a wall bracket. I have a client who has a very unusual preparation in his door. Needs to convert the existing piece of glass to a panel. Wanted to reuse the piece of glass. And it had a Geneva hinge on it. What's nice about this clamp is that the preparation required for that is the same as what would match a Geneva hinge. You can't take a Geneva hinge and turn it into a side light, but with this wall clamp you can. That's what it's for. Okay. If you're doing a shower enclosure, you can give your glass or your glass person, your fabricator, a single template, and everything can be mortised or prepped the same way. Overall height of the clamp or the bracket is 3.5 inch. It's going to have an overall of about 2 5/8, but keep in mind that's at its minimum drawn down. So this is going to be for 5/16, and you're going to pick that up to be another 3/16 if you want to get to 1/2 inch glass. So you're going to be pushing, 2 13/16 if this is being used on 1/2 inch glass, which in this client's case it is. The wall dimension to the outside of the clamp, that's going to be about 2 3/16. This is going to include a couple of plastic gaskets so that your material does not, actually it's going to include 4 of them, so that your material does not make contact with the glass at all, your architectural metal. This will have it has 4 gaskets. It has 2 thin and then 2 thick. And you can kind of see the 2 in the middle, that they're a different thickness. And that's going to be what permits you to account for the different glass thickness. Obviously the thinner glass, if you're thicker glass, you use the thinner gasket. That thin gasket, just for sake of taking the dimension, is 0.023. The thicker gasket is 0.058. Those screws are going to be in a complementary finish. They are not magnetic, so they're either brass or they're stainless in a finish that's complementary. But they're the point I'm trying to make with them not being magnetic is be mindful. They could be brass, so be very careful when you're pre-drilling. You don't want to strip the screws, brass being, of course, a much softer metal than steel. There is an image down below this video that shows the overall dimensions that we've come up with. There's also a link to the cut sheet that's there, and that is really more so a fabrication template that shows where those holes have to go for this material. This client is going to be mounting these on the side wall, and his glass will be coming off this way. And he has a very large preparation. That machining fabrication template doesn't require it. The reason I'm not so concerned with that is because that glass will sit on a sill, and then he's got a couple of clamps on the bottom. So the point of the matter is the glass is going to be quite stable sitting down onto the sill itself, and we aren't expecting there to be much opportunity for the glass to come out as a result of that, because it's sitting on a sill. So it would really need to be, really lifted up and out for it to move. And that was the understanding that the client had. You've got an unusual prep in the door, in the glass. You want to reuse it. You don't want to order new glass. Okay, there you go. There is then a link below this video to the product information, and that is a document that will show the Geneva version, the Pinnacle and Prima wall bracket versions as well. Really no difference in them, except they're slightly dimensionally different, and the Prima and Pinnacle are going to have radiused corners. The Geneva is always going to give you this sort of square preparation with maybe a slight reveal or a chamfer, but it's a square corner application. The GE90S is going to be available in all of the same finishes that you can order the C.R. Lawrence hinges in, and their other hardware, and I will give you an overview of what all of that is now. So this clamp, it's available in, there's too many to list. There's got to be over 20 available finishes. Suffice it to say that whatever finish you're doing, they're going to have this wall clamp available in, and even in the gold-plated finish, the satin nickel finish, the only one I don't see is a copper finish. They've got some copper hardware, and I don't see that one offered, but your chromes, your brasses, your antiques, your polished, your satin, your nickels, it's all going to be there. Okay. Finally, if you have any questions on the C.R. Lawrence GE90S in an ORB finish, wall clamp, or any other C.R. Lawrence product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.